Have you ever felt like you're doing all the project work, but also constantly checking on it at the same time? It is incredibly easy to blur the lines between simply doing the work and actively overseeing it in a project. This confusion can lead to missed issues, uncontrolled changes, and ultimately project failure. Many project managers, especially those new to formal methodologies, struggle to clearly distinguish between these two critical project management process groups. But here's the good news. By the end of this lecture, you will clearly understand the fundamental differences between executing and monitoring and controlling. This distinction is vital for both your Certified Associate in Project Management exam success and for becoming an effective real-world project leader. Let us start by defining each process group. The executing process group is where the project plan is put into action. This is the phase where the actual work of creating the project deliverables takes place. Think of it as the engine room of your project, where resources are deployed, tasks are performed, and products or services are built according to the established plan. To anchor this concept, let us use a driving analogy. Imagine you are on a road trip. Executing is like actually driving the car. You're accelerating, steering, changing gears, and following the directions on your map. You're actively moving towards your destination. In contrast, the monitoring and controlling process group involves tracking, reviewing, and regulating the progress and performance of the project. Its purpose is to identify any areas where the plan may need changes and then to initiate those changes. This group acts as your project's navigation system and quality assurance department, ensuring you stay on course. Monitoring and controlling, on the other hand, is like checking your dashboard for speed, fuel level, and engine temperature. It is looking in your rearview mirrors, observing road signs, and adjusting your speed or route based on traffic conditions or unexpected detours. Both are essential for a successful journey, but they are distinct activities. Understanding the technical flow of information between these two process groups is key to effective project management. During executing, processes like direct and manage project work generate raw observations and measurements. These are called work performance data. This data includes things like the percentage of work completed, the actual costs incurred, and the duration of activities. This raw work performance data then becomes a critical input to the monitoring and controlling processes, such as monitor and control project work. Here, this data is analyzed and transformed into work performance information. This information provides context and insights, helping you understand how the project is truly performing against the plan. For instance, knowing that 50% of tasks are complete is data. Understanding that 50% completion means you are 10% behind schedule is information. If this analysis reveals deviations or issues, a change request may be generated. This request then moves into the Perform Integrated Change Control process, which is also part of monitoring and controlling. This is where changes are reviewed, approved, or rejected. Approved change requests are then fed back into the executing processes for implementation, completing the loop. Consider a small example. You are managing a software development project. The development team in the executing process codes a new feature. They log the number of coding hours and the features completed. This is work performance data. Your quality assurance team, as part of monitoring and controlling, reviews this data, performs tests, and finds several critical bugs. Based on these findings, they generate a change request to fix the bugs and allocate additional testing time. This change request goes through the Change Control Board for approval. Once approved, the development team then executes the bug fixes and the quality assurance team executes the additional testing, closing the loop. A common error here is failing to ensure that approved changes are actually implemented, creating a disconnect between the plan and the reality. Let us put this into a quick scenario. Sarah is a project manager overseeing the launch of a new online training platform. Her team is actively building the course content and coding the platform features. One morning, a team member reports that the platform's chosen video streaming service is experiencing intermittent outages, which was not anticipated in the project plan. This issue could significantly impact the user experience and delay the launch. Is identifying this technical issue primarily an executing activity or a monitoring and controlling activity? What should Sarah do next? Take a moment to think about it. Identifying this technical issue is a monitoring and controlling activity. It is part of tracking project performance and identifying variances or risks. Sarah's next step should be to assess the impact of these outages on the project schedule, budget, and quality. She would then likely raise this as an issue, analyze potential solutions, and propose a change request if a significant shift in strategy or resources is needed. Only once a solution is approved would the team then execute that new plan, perhaps by integrating a different video service or implementing a workaround. The lesson here is crucial. Even unexpected problems must be managed through formal processes, clearly distinguishing between the actual doing of the work and the overseeing and reacting to the work. Exam questions often test your ability to correctly identify the process group for a given project activity or document. You have now gained a solid understanding of the distinct yet interconnected roles of executing and monitoring and controlling. To effectively monitor and control, you need accurate information, which brings us to the crucial concept of performance data. In the next lecture, you will learn how raw data is collected, transformed into meaningful information, and then packaged into reports that drive project decisions. This will equip you to understand the flow of vital project insights. Mastering this data flow is essential for becoming a truly informed and proactive project leader, both on the exam and in your career. Remember, executing is the engine driving forward. Monitoring and controlling is the dashboard and steering wheel, keeping you on track and making necessary adjustments. This distinction is fundamental for controlled project delivery. Now, let us build on this by exploring the critical data that fuels these processes.